And welcome back to the next episode of the Raiders Rambles. I am Avera Nova, your temporarily chief orange doggo. And here we have Noble, our most esteemed tech producer, making this episode happen today. How you doing, bro?
Morning.
Fantastic.
Also, happy lockdown.
Oh, yes, indeed. Happy lockdown. It's beautiful. How many months has it been? What, 2 years to flatten the curve at this point?
No,
Right.
no. The city I'm in basically went into a 3-down snap lockdown.
All right, and next up we have Eclipse, the mince himself.
Hey boys, how are we?
Doing all right, dude.
Good to hear, good to hear. Living the dream as always I am.
Right on. And finally, we have the mightiest of red wolves, Mighty Red Wolf.
Brown sugar! Oh, and here's some bells.
All right, cool. Well, how's everyone's week been?
Living
Okay.
the dream. Living the dream. You know, making the money. Seeing the chicks. You know. Usual.
It's been kind of a dead week for me, except just hanging out with a couple of my mates, you know.
Oh,
That
that's
doesn't
good.
sound like a dead week.
Nah, it sounds fun.
Well, this week
Unless
work
you
has
hate
been
your
slow.
friends.
Well, no, I don't hate my friends. I mean, they're all chill anyways. It's just like, work's been slow. It's been kind of a dead week. Meh. Mostly relaxing.
Fair.
Well, that's all right. Yeah, I've been kind of busy at my job for the last forever, like the last week or so. Like every day, it's nuts. But I have off tomorrow, so that's good. But yeah,
Good to hear.
Oh, so do you think you could actually join my show tomorrow morning then?
morning. Oh, that's funny. I wonder how hungover I'll be in the morning. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Oh, well, let's see how that goes.
Degenerate.
I'm just saying, man. It's Friday night. You know, let's see where the night takes us.
Friday night, it's like
Yeah, bro.
afternoon here.
You're gonna spend it at home alone. At least go to the club or something.
All right. So, shall we get into our first story of the week?
Yes, we should.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
one's a real
here we
horror
go.
show.
Ha, horror. I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
That
Damn
wasn't
it.
funny.
Yeah, it was. All right, guys.
Goodness.
Here we go. 15 offensive Halloween costumes that shouldn't exist. If you're the only one in the joke, then what? It's not funny. Is that what it says? I'm just guessing.
So, I'm taking a bit of a question here about that. I can't really understand. And this, how is this offensive?
Is that
This
a
one on the left.
1920s peasant girl? What is that supposed to be?
I have
Looks
no
like a
idea.
French outfit.
Yeah, it looks like something like one of Annie's poor friends would wear in like the streets,
That's-
like be one of the urchins or something.
The Peter Pan
Yeah.
collar is giving me PTSD just looking at it. They are
Yeah, I think
a
it's-
bloody nightmare to make.
Or maybe it's racist
I think
because
it's like-
it's next
It's like
to
cultural
Moana.
appropriation shit. Like you're not allowed to wear anything that's not a part of your culture.
Yeah, all this.
Okay,
Oh,
but
man.
even let's be fair though. I mean, look up at the image here. What is wrong with
Bro,
this?
so yeah, but white people are like, if you're not allowed to wear other people's cultures. So white
Bro.
people are only allowed to wear the clan outfits for Halloween.
That or like
This-
Greek outfits? I heard that too.
Wasn't
now
that
they're trying to say
more a
Now they're
Disney
trying
thing?
to say. Wait, are they just like trying to say like something from way back then is now considered offensive?
No, I'm just saying that the kid that's wearing this Halloween costume of Moana, a character in like a Disney film, he's not white. Not that that really shouldn't
No.
matter at all, because it
Yeah.
fucking shouldn't.
Yeah. Hey, you're not welcome.
And,
Alright,
and,
so-
and on that, remember, the only people wearing these costumes are children. No
only people who
adults
should
are
be
going
wearing-
out doing this. These are
Alright.
children doing this.
Yeah,
And they're
so us
offended
adults
by
are
what
out wearing our
children are doing.
persons like real adults. That's
Hold
what
on,
we're doing.
guys. Hold on. So as for the story, as a former theatre kid, I get excited about every aspect of Halloween, dressing up in elaborate Halloween costumes, eating so much candy that I get a sugar headache later, craving a pumpkin after making my partner scoop out the guts for me. I'm
Sounds
sorry,
like a
but
mirror.
that part can sound a bit wrong if you leave
Yeah.
it out.
Wait, wait a minute. Who even wrote this?
We'll find out
A
at the
former
outset of the
nerd.
story.
Yeah. I got a feeling it's some dumb leftist, anyways.
What's not
It's
to
a former
like this
theater
year
kid.
in particular, a
All
lot of us
journalists are dumb leftists.
will
Ugh,
probably
they're-
go even bigger to make up for missing Halloween parties the last year. But as we all start mold boarding our Halloween creations, consider is your annual reminder to make sure. I just lost my brain.
To
Sorry.
make sure that the sartorial tribute you've got in mind won't impede anyone else's celebration. Oh, so that means that be careful about what you want to pretend to be during Halloween because you might offend people. That's what they're really talking about here.
You know
Wow.
what? This society is just full of these fucking ass
All right,
snowflakes.
oh,
You know
oh,
what?
guys,
Get
hold on.
over it, people.
hold on.
Yeah,
every
Look at this.
year, at
Number
least a
one.
hand-
Number one,
And-
a Holocaust victim. First of all, okay, that's a little fucking weird.
Who
mean,
the
I
hell
know
would come up with that?
Yeah, that's
Every-
number one. That's
Okay. Yeah, you know what? That is wrong in a way, but you know what? Scroll it down. Let's see what it
Hang
looks
on.
like.
No,
Let's
I mean,
get through this first
no.
part
If
first.
Okay.
you dress up as like a Halloween as a Holocaust victim, I mean, I gotta applaud you because that's gonna take some effort to lose like 50 pounds and become like malnourished in like a few weeks.
Every year, at least a handful of people, celebrities included, come up with a cringeworthy, harmful, and offensive Halloween costumes that ruin everyone's good time. And it can happen where you least expect it. Events like the mass shootings, natural disasters, COVID-19, and movements like the Me Too should never be used to inspire inspiration for Halloween outfits. Even if you don't
Oh my
personally
God.
find these concepts painful, the choice to make light of them reminds countless others of trauma they endured. Additionally,
Bro,
nationalities and subcultures you don't belong or aren't accustomed to. Their
Bro,
ways of
the
life
only
that deserve
offensive-
respect.
The
We're
only
round
offensive
up-
Halloween costume would be dressing up as a Klan member.
I mean,
We're
even
rounded
still,
up
that's
some
still a
examples of
Halloween
inappropriate Halloween costumes and should avoid every year instead of choose an outfit that's light-hearted, scary in a way that won't make someone relative to traumatic events. Don't forget to eat your weighted candy.
Right.
Oh, hey,
Oh,
hey,
that's
Noble.
what that's
so
supposed
that's
to
Oh
be.
my,
what it
oh, so
was.
that's what it. Okay, hey, Noble. You know, actually, the number one that list though, if it was actually a real Halloween costume,
What?
a Fox Hitler costume.
Crying out loud.
All right. Well, this one though, okay, it's interesting. Let's see.
All right.
As hard as it is to believe, more than one celebrity has called out for dressing up as a Nazi for Halloween. Oh my god! Has
What?
been called out for dressing up as a Nazi for
Ooh.
Halloween, bro. Let me just tell you right now, the Nazis had fucking style, and I'm not the one that just thinks this. Like, there have been documentaries about propaganda and how they stylize themselves to make them look iconic. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
People would want to dress up as that shit because they're evil and they're scary and bad, and that's all about Halloween and shit. Yeah, Nazis are scary. Okay. I mean, it's in poor taste, but you know, I'm not gonna get offended if someone dresses up as Hitler for Halloween because that's a fucking joke in itself. Like, whatever.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
What happens if a Jewish person decides to dress up like this for Halloween
Maybe
and they get flambasted and attacked and cancelled online?
I wouldn't care. Do whatever. Do you? You do you. I mean,
Oh,
be prepared for the consequences, I guess. But I wouldn't do it. But still, that's kind of fucked.
no, the individual, just pretend the individual's fully aware of what's going on. They're doing it to send a message.
Okay. Well, I
So-
guess I think
so
some people
not a
have done that
child.
before. weren't like celebrities intentionally dressing up? Yeah, here we go, number 2 in blackface. That's exactly what I was saying. Remember the whole trend back in like 2017 when people were dressing up in blackface, like unironically to
crying
like
out
send a
loud.
message for more representation or some shit?
Oh
What?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
they
I
did that. There was
remember
a whole
that.
movement. Remember, they had like half their face black, half of it white. It was like some weird shit that they were doing.
Yeah,
Bro, what?
it was a pretty crazy ass movement, but you know what? It just I don't know. It just didn't seem right.
Yeah, but they were doing it for political reasons. They're talking about Halloween, which is supposed to be for fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Something that pisses me off regarding blackface. Which blackface are you trying to impersonate? Because there is one popular person who I can't think of the name, however, is usually referenced as being like this hateful, racist person, when in fact he was trying to change the perception of black people in America. And yet he's been slammed as a racist. Whereas prior to that, you had movies being made where black people were shown to be nothing but skulking animals. This particular individual went out of his way to make comedies and shows that were funny.
yeah.
So, someone actually doing blackface back in the day, trying to make a positive change, and you call him a racist nowadays. Congratulations, you're an idiot.
Very much so.
And what if you want to dress up like Tupac or, you know,
Biggie Smalls or
yeah,
Eazy-E?
any of these rappers? Like, what if you wanted to like dress up as fucking Lil Wayne,
Or
like
just
in his
a
dreadlocks
monkey.
and shit? Like, that's hell. Bob Marley, that's a very popular costume. You know how many fucking dreadlock beanie hats they fucking sell?
This is when
Bob Marley's
segregation
cool.
comes into it. Just if you're white, you're not allowed to dress up as a black person for Halloween. That's wrong.
That's lame. No,
It's
what?
stupid.
Who cares about their race,
If-
though?
You want to dress up as someone from the black community to make fun of them in an unfair way or to insult, then it's wrong. For a fucking
Yeah.
Halloween costume for someone who's famous, really, what the hell? Just do it right.
Yeah,
Don't-
right. Exactly.
Or like I don't know if you guys all remember like when people were dressing up as like Michael Jackson. Remember, there's the black and of course then the white.
Oh yeah, yeah. There were different versions.
Oh,
I remember
yeah.
that. That's a very famous one. Hell, there's the
Yeah.
Michael Jackson zombie mask. You've seen that?
Oh
movie
yeah,
before.
I mean
Scary
that's
shit.
that it's cool though, especially
Yeah,
like
I
with
like-
the
yeah,
red,
it's
the
Halloween,
iconic
bro,
red
it's
jacket.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
This
Transphobic costumes. Now this doesn't
Oh,
make any
this-
sense at all.
You know what?
That
This
just
would piss
means
off-
you can't.
this would
you
just
can't
piss
cross.
all-
No, guys. This is what it
But-
really means. You cannot cross dress unironically. If you do and you're joking about it, then you are a transphobic, horrible, evil
Bigot.
monster.
Oh my god.
Like tranny granny.
Bro,
Like if
that-
you dress up as grandma, like that's fucking funny. Whatever.
that was
People do it all
actually
the
sold
time.
at Walmart.
That
That's what's
that
getting
actually is scary though.
Yeah.
I would be like, what the hell? Get out.
And also, how is this transphobic if a person wants to dress up as a fictional old Grammy for Halloween with a broom? How is that transphobic at all? I mean, I get the name Tranny Granny is kind of fucking silly, but at the end of the day, it's really not, though.
This is ridiculous.
Look at this.
And
Trans
stupid.
people aren't a joke, and these costumes aren't funny. Really? They fucking are, though. Like, get a sense of humor. No wonder you're so miserable all the time.
Look, if
I mean, you're supposed to make fun. I
if you really want to attack the trans community, what you would do is you dress up like a 16-year-old girl and walk around with 2 pistols on Halloween.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Ooh.
Or you can just dress up as a weightlifter with a wig.
Or better yet, you know what? You know what? Oh, Aviera, I think the boss would get pissed off at this. Just dress up like Boxer. There you go.
I mean, yeah, everyone would. I mean, you can't do
Oh,
that though.
people would
That's
just
his
freak
own
out at
character.
I know that though, but you know what? It would be funny.
All right, so what's the next horror show for this?
Let's see. Oh god.
Oh, this is
COVID-19
funny. This is
pandemic.
good.
Oh, I've seen
hell,
people
God,
dress
okay.
up like this.
People dress up as the COVID pandemic. So, by the way, there's been many companies that have made masks about this. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that SNL skit where they have like the coronavirus family reunion and shit. Like they were all dressed up with like their heads looking like coronavirus and shit. This
Oh,
is really
God.
funny, and this is
No.
also it makes sense. Hell, people dress up as the plague doctor for Halloween, right? The Black Plague.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
bad. The Black Plague killed like millions of people.
And still
Okay,
kills people today.
it does,
Don't
yeah,
forget
but
that.
plague doctors are
Not too
fucking
many.
creepy. I don't know. I think this would be a perfect costume. It's very very whimsical and for the times for sure.
Yeah. And who is it offending? Like, I don't get the
Yeah.
target audience.
Oh no, it's offending Dr. Fauci or however you say his name. It's offending his ass. So you know what? He's the one that's bitching about this. I bet.
I mean,
Bro, he's a senile old man. Who cares?
look, I gotta say, like, two of my family members over the last year and a half have died from coronavirus. But if I saw this costume on Halloween, you know, it's kind of fucking funny. Like, I'm not thinking about, I'm so offended because of what this virus did to me. I'm like, no, this is a good way to satirize the current situation of our times. And in general,
Certainly.
it just looks fucking spooky and silly, and I like it. Like, whatever.
And you
I'm
know
not gonna
what?
get personally attacked by this nonsense.
And you know what?
It's fucking
Hey,
Halloween.
Avira, you know what the perfect thing is about this too? Having it as a Halloween costume, it does legit scare people, doesn't it?
Yeah, some people. I mean, that's
Legit,
pretty
yes!
fucking gnarly.
It's perfect for Halloween. Come on, don't ruin our fun.
Could you imagine if
Sorry.
like some guys like came out like a bunch of like coronavirus people like they all had the same costume and there's like a plague doctor like following them with like a scythe and like the Grim Reaper is like leading the way, like some weird shit like that.
Oh, that would be
Dude,
cool though. That would be cool.
That would be
Guys,
fucking cool. Like
we've
who
got
get
two
offended by that?
comments.
That's so clever.
We've got two comments here. What?
Yeah.
That's the wrong one.
Oh,
Things moved around. Oh.
you trying to find the right
Go
one?
with this bottom one.
Oh, here we go.
Does this mean Marvel has to stop selling Black Panther costumes? I'd say yes, according to the woke, agenda.
Oh, they're gonna lose a lot of money if they do that. Yeah,
I
like
know,
Iron Man costumes are cool. Hell, Black Panther, he's a cool superhero. Like that's fucking lit.
Oh, hell yeah.
So anyone can dress up as him, right? Even girls, or is that marginalizing? You know, it's so weird these mental gymnastics. I can't even imagine what these people actually believe.
Ew.
Like, what if a black transgender child wanted to dress up as Black Panther? I don't know.
What if
Oh my
I
God.
think it's weird. What if a trans person wants to dress up as Dave Chappelle? Yeah, what if they do?
Oh
Is
yeah.
that offensive?
You know what? You know what's wrong about this? It's only offensive when a white person dresses up as a black person. If a black person dresses up as a white person, no one bats an eye. No one cares.
Or
Body
if a man dresses up
shaming.
as a woman. Oh, body shaming.
I've seen this all the time.
What? I can't even comprehend. I would
Okay,
feel
I
embarrassed
haven't
wearing
seen
that,
that
to be
one.
honest.
Whatever the hell this is, I haven't seen that. I've seen people riding horses, or like people looking like they're being held by an adult, like there's some baby or something. I've seen that. I don't think I've seen someone riding a stripper with hoops on their nipples. That's something different.
Yeah, maybe that's a little bit on the NSFW
Degenerate
side a
side?
little bit.
Yeah,
Well,
keep your kinks away from Halloween, bro.
I'm
ew,
sorry, but looking at this, it just looks like a bad Halloween costume. I mean, like I said, I'd feel embarrassed wearing it. It just looks wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, adult
Certainly.
party, yes, but
These people, they take it a step further and they say, no, it's not just a bad Halloween costume. It's not just some silly bloke who's just like chilling. No, he has secret misogynistic, patriarchal hatred and disrespect towards the women, and that's why he's doing this. No, you fucktards, that's not why. How deep do you think Halloween costumes of fucking people riding sluts actually fucking go? How far? There's no
Fucking hell.
secret cabal behind this bullshit. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
Let's see. Oh yeah, cultural
now we've got
stereotypes.
cultural stereotypes.
Oh my god.
Things-
Yeah, fucking who knows?
When someone dresses up as a member of a culture that isn't their own, particularly exaggerated or humorous ways, it comes off as cultural inappropriate at best, or an offensive jab at the other culture. If you or your child intend to pay homage to a beloved Disney character, hint Mona and Pocahontas, take care to dress with racial and cultural sensitivities. Focus on costumes like linking specific characters and not look at the particular meaning of the often marginalized group of people. Yeah.
Now, this is interesting because they're talking about like dressing up as just a random person, right? They're not saying, well, if you're going to dress up as Pocahontas, you must do this. Like, there's no legit guidelines. Just be sensitive and shit. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have made any politically insensitive costumes, but I have. In 2011, in 2012, when I was in college, I dressed up as the Libyan dictator Muammar al-Gaddafi. With I did. I dressed up in a fucking brown sack that I got, a hemp sack that I folded over in the toga as he wears. I made myself a little, what the hell is that Muslim hat called? A FIFA, a foof, whatever the hell it is. I had one of those. I wore his signature sunglasses, and I used gel in my hair to make my hair spiky on the sides and look fucking weird and gnarly, like Muammar looks like. And he's Arab, but I'm not making fun of the Arabs. I'm not racist against the Arabs. I was making fun of a situation where there was a civil war in Libya, and Gaddafi was fucking crazy and blowing people up and shit. And I was like, yeah, fuck you, Gaddafi, like, whatever. And I dressed up as him for Halloween. And
But
a
yeah,
lot of people at my school didn't even know who he was. I'm like, bro, don't you follow like current events?
I mean,
Yeah,
you must have been cool to pull it off, though.
Imagine being offended by
I also had a
someone
pin.
making fun of it.
I also
Imagine
had a
being
pin
offended.
on my heart of the Libyan flag, to just so all my history teachers know what I was doing. But this is back in the day of 2012, right? Before fucking woke culture really hit the fan. So I wasn't.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. Like, they were just like, "Oh shit, you're Gaddafi, aren't you?" I'm like, "That's right. There we go, a terrorist. That's exactly what I was.
Yes!
Gaddafi, the fucking dictator of Libya. Yes. Oh my god, that's what I
Wait,
did.
is this Osama bin Laden or?
I didn't even read this article.
Let's see. Let's see who they actually say, though.
Imagine being offended by making fun of bad people. Like, what
That's
the
a good-
fuck?
That's a good point,
Like,
because earlier they
imagine
were
if
saying
people-
they were saying respect the people you dress up as, but now they're saying if you dress up as a terrorist, that's a bad thing to make
Avira,
fun of them.
I can't
Bro,
recall if it was here in Australia or in America, but a bunch of students dressed up like terrorists and went to school for Halloween on Halloween Day.
Pretty
People lost their shit and called the police. So this is one of the things where I sort of have to agree with. Now, if it's a specific like costume that you can buy, yes, but if you're going to dress up as generic Muslim terrorists,
Oh yeah, or like what Antifa
jihadists.
does. Like they all wear the same black-looking colors. It's not like
You know
really
what?
a thing.
You know what the funny
that's
thing
when
is?
it's stepping over the line.
I get that.
Hey,
That would cause a panic.
Oh, hey, Noble and Aviera, this kind of reminds me what happened back at my high school on my junior year. My friend actually decided to actually dress up as Joseph Stalin. He actually had the police called on him.
As Joseph Stalin? How in the hell?
I know, he actually pulled off the look because he actually did it all himself. It wasn't a store-bought costume. He pulled off the look.
Bro, what? How
Why
the
would they
fuck
call the
do
police
people
on that?
get upset about making fun of an extreme?
I know, they were that damn petty. And this is back in Southern California, by the way.
Bro, what?
They don't want their Lord and Savior to be made fun of course.
Yeah, true. Fucking filthy.
They love fucking
communists.
Marxism over there in California, don't
Yeah,
they?
they're stupid around there. I'm glad I left.
Zombie versions of recently deceased celebrities is number 8.
Wait a minute, so that means now there's something wrong with the Michael Jackson stuff. Because he really was a zombie for Thriller.
Yeah,
he's
he
not
actually.
recently dead.
Mighty,
Yeah?
think about it this way. If you were to represent Michael Jackson during his skin transition where his body was turning white, So black and white. Dress him up as in his Thriller costume and wear that on Halloween. You are basically hitting two birds with one stone.
Oh yeah, yes.
Oh my goodness.
Fuck.
Wait, so
You
who
must
is
be
this David
racist.
Bowie? Is that who this is?
Yeah.
Oh my god. What's wrong with David Bowie? Hell
Come
yeah.
on, he was so good, especially in that
What, so
movie.
you can't dress up
Oh.
as a zombie version?
Oh.
What, because he's literally dead and people dress up as zombies for Halloween and ghosts
Well,
and ghouls because it's
hey-
fucking Halloween? Bro?
Hey, Avira, don't forget about all the crazy costumes David Bowie had for Labyrinth. Remember that old movie?
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, Labyrinth.
That was cool though. I mean, if you could dress up like that though, right? But I think I forgot who his character was. I know it was something. I forgot.
Who the hell is making up these standards? You can't dress up as a zombie of this character. Fuck you. Says who?
Now wait a minute. Now, what if somehow furries are part of the list soon? That would piss
Hold
us
up.
all off.
Dude, I dress well now. Ever since I got my fursuit, every year that's what I've been doing for Halloween for the last 5
Exactly.
years.
Oh, I
In
can't
my
wait to get
fursuit.
my
Like,
Red
there's no
Wolf.
other costume compares. Like, sure,
Bur-
it'd be fun to
bur-
dress up as like a zombie Michael Jackson or some shit, but I have a fursuit, so
We still fall under the situation of if you do it with good intentions and you don't go out there to like tear someone down who's recently passed, it's
Well,
fine as
that
long
makes
as you're
sense.
going out there and doing it properly. If you're going out there to make fun of someone, then you're going to have a bit of a problem. My question's going to be, what's going to happen when a certain former comedian dies?
Oh.
I wonder.
Someone who's been cancelled,
I wonder.
Yeah.
someone who's black.
Mm-hmm.
David Chappelle.
No,
Yes.
Yeah.
David Chappelle's
Duh.
not old.
Yeah, but he could die.
No, he's not gonna die.
No.
Might be
anytime
hit by
soon.
a bus or
Eventually, but
something.
no.
I don't think he's gonna die anytime soon.
I'm talking about Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah, him.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I
Wait, what
legitimately
the
thought you were talking about Dave Chappelle. That's who I thought
Oh,
you
hell
were
no.
meaning.
I know
Wait,
Dave
wait,
Chappelle's
who-
been the talk.
No, okay, but
Who
Bill Cosby.
who would be
would-
upset? Who would be upset at someone making fun of a fucking rapist? Like, what the
I
fuck?
mean, to be honest though, I wouldn't.
A legend. Whatever.
Who
Yeah,
would want to dress up
allegedly.
as Bill Cosby though? Like of all the options out there, yeah, I'm gonna dress up as Bill Cosby. Like unless you're going to some like adult Halloween party and you're all just goofing around, no child would do that reasonably,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't. They'd be a
Vera-
policeman or a witch or some shit.
Don't forget about the human factor here. Think of the worst possible things someone could do, and they'll do it.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Actually feed someone like fucking fentanyl or something.
Nah, I mean,
Eating
be a
disorder.
feminist. That's pretty scary too.
For number 9.
Okay.
An eating disorder?
Bro, what? How? How are you
No.
supposed to dress up like
Okay,
that?
wait a minute. Okay, you know what?
How can you do
If you
that?
lose 100 pounds in a week just for Halloween, I mean, I gotta clap you on for that.
Eclipse. You could do what I did as a kid when I wanted to dress up as Santa Claus during Christmas. Just stuff a pillow in your gut and your ass.
Yeah,
go.
but it's like,
There you go.
but most eating disorders are like fucking are seen as like not eating. So how are you supposed to get real skinny right before Halloween?
Well, from what I
Oh,
understand,
yeah.
eating
The article
disorders
tells you.
refer to not eating appropriate amounts of food,
Right. So
whether
this
it's
article actually
binging
tells
or
us
not
that.
eating at all.
It says a few
Yeah.
years ago, an online store took some heat for releasing a costume called Anorexia. The incredibly hard-faced outfit included a skeleton
clever.
dress with a measuring tape belt to clinch the waist or whatever. Not only is it truly a terrible pun, but it also trivializes eating disorders. Okay, but that's kind of also kind of funny and edgy. Like
Yeah.
obviously it's not making fun
It
of it.
is
I mean,
funny.
it kind of is, but it's not. I don't know. No one will do that in a mean way.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh my god.
Animal cruelty. Who the
And-
fuck does this?
What?
What do you mean? Remember the dentist that slaughtered Cecil the lion? No. No, I don't.
I don't remember it.
And wait, remember the time frame these people are seeing these costumes? Like, you walk up to the door, you knock, you get your chocolate, and you fuck off. Like, so
Mhm.
these people are being offended by 2 seconds of interaction at most.
It takes about a quarter of a second to offend someone, Eclipse. Maybe less,
Yeah.
depending on how fast their brain works.
I know, especially with all these. It's like I said, we're living in a society with all these damn snowflakes. Of course, they're going to be offended by any of this shit.
But also,
Yeah, but
Cecil.
it's
Cecil the
literally
dentist.
2 seconds in your day. How are you going to be offended by 2 seconds out of your day? That is pathetic.
I'll admit that this costume is in bad taste.
I would say this is really fucked up, but I also would bet that not a lot of people actually bought and used this.
No,
Who the
Bro,
fuck wants to
you
dress up
just
as
got
the killer
furry
dentist?
bias, bro. You got furry bias. Like, it's literally just like the other costumes. It's a joke.
No, see,
It's
I would
make-
buy that costume if it just came with just that lion head. That's all.
Boombox. Do they still make an OJ mask?
oh my
Probably.
god. Yeah,
Probably.
probably,
I'm sure
yeah.
you can find it.
Oh, we all know what happened with that, don't we?
Yeah, the mask.
Yeah,
fit.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a terrible idea, though.
What would be funny is dressing up as like Bender from Futurama.
Yeah.
Like my shiny
Yeah.
But wait a minute, you can't do that because you're making fun of alcoholism, and Bender's an alcoholic. So therefore,
Bender's a robot, they
you're
don't get
trivializing
drunk.
those that suffer.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay,
hell. But
11.
Bender needs alcohol to survive, though. That's how like he runs.
11, a mentally ill person.
Okay, wait a minute. What's wrong with that? Because you know what? I think I could vouch for a lot of people saying that there is a lot of mentally ill people out there, but you know what? I know a lot of people would usually not get offended by this shit. I don't get offended.
I can see this as being funny and appropriate for Halloween, but if you've got somebody on your street who's like a crazy cat lady or something, and you try to dress just like them and go around on Halloween, then it's offensive.
Well,
If you
well
try to dress
also
up
though,
someone to make fun of them, then it's
Yeah.
offensive. This is funny.
Yeah.
and this
If
can
you're
also
dressing
be
up as like
seen-
someone on your street, of course it's not funny. But if it's like just a random person, then who cares?
or like a random character. Like a lot of Halloween like villains are
Oh yeah.
are crazy. They escaped from mental hospitals. Like they're insane. So whatever.
Yeah, it's
Dressing
kind of
up
like the
Joker
Joker, I
against
think.
Robin.
Yeah, Joker.
yeah.
Yeah, what about dressing up as the Joker? That's like what?
Nope,
I've
you can't do
kids
that. He's crazy.
So I guess dressing up as Biden's offensive now.
Are you kidding?
Yeah,
Biden
I
is like a
know.
really no.
No, wait.
Oh, God damn.
What is this? Sexual? Okay,
12.
what child? No,
What?
this
Yeah,
is where it gets
no.
weird.
So wait, when you like knock at the door and they open it, if you're dressed as Biden, you can just say, "Where am I?"
Yes. You know what?
Instead of saying trick or treat, you could say, "Where am I?" I didn't want to
Or
be
just
here.
start like fighting with him, like, "Hey, Jack, let's do some push-ups. Come on, man! Like, let's go."
What time is it?
You know-
I gotta
you know-
take my meds.
You know what? You know what would even be better if you what you said for Biden. Like if a kid comes up, oh hi, pretty. Remember he does that. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh
He
no!
does
like,
that!
Like, let's say you dress up as Biden as an adult, and like the kids come to your door, and you like lean down close. Oh no!
And
No.
sniff
No.
them.
That would just
So-
be scary on many different levels. On
But yeah,
all
it's
levels.
ironically
Be
true, though.
arrested for that.
But it's
Regardless-
true though. See, that's the thing.
Regarding the sexual harassment one, the question I have is, when was the last time you heard of a streaker?
Never.
Like last night at the footy.
Okay.
Sports events. Sometimes that happens.
It always happens here.
I.
Where
Oh,
the
it
hell-
always-
I don't- I don't think you can go to a sports game now without seeing a streaker.
Oh my god, it was so funny though. Like some of the baseball games or some of the football games. Oh my god.
Look, okay, I understand people are nudists and everything, but you don't need to go around expressing yourself, especially during sporting matches, since you just really hold up the whole game. It's a real
Yeah.
problem for everyone. Not to
That-
mention the
that brings
security
up a-
guards have to leg it a bit.
That brings
know,
up
it's-
another question. Is it offensive to dress up in like kink for Halloween?
What, like every sexy nurse and police and doctor costume? Probably. Every sexy fireman girl? Sure. Cat lady? You name it. Yeah, it's all offensive now because
Cat lady.
Yeah,
Sure.
you know what? You know what would actually be the perfect costume though for you, Avira? Just be yourself. Just be a sexy orange doggo.
That's what I do every year now.
13, a homeless person.
Okay.
Bro,
This-
what?
What? There's like so many homeless in my area. It ain't funny. But nobody like
Or-
dresses up like them, anyways.
Now, what's going to happen if during Halloween people start calling the police because they see people dressed up as homeless people, take
Yeah,
a
that's
horrible
gonna-
offense to it, and the person's actually homeless?
That's gonna cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It does.
Like,
look
what
close
the
to
hell
their
is
face.
wrong with you people?
But that's kind of like that's also a kind of a classic costume.
It is.
The broken, like, the chipped hat, the ratty clothes, the stick over your arm with like a bag of all of your belongings. Yeah, I can see it.
And what's offensive about making fun of the poor? Fuck the
Yeah, that's
poor.
all it's doing. That's all it's doing because it's pretty easy.
A national tragedy.
National
Number 14.
tragedy.
What?
How the fuck do you dress up as a national tragedy?
Oh boy,
Like,
kids,
Okay.
pretty-
What?
People did
Like
it.
you could get two really tall people to dress up as like the Twin Towers and another one.
They
dressed up
did.
as Blaine.
Yeah.
Apparently so, according to the article. It says, remember those two people who dressed up as the Twin Towers after 9/11? Oh
wait,
my god.
wait, what? Actually?
Yeah.
I
Wait
didn't
a
even
minute.
read the fucking thing.
Okay,
Oh, they're-
we
oh,
all.
they
Okay,
also-
wait a minute.
Yeah, they also
Okay.
throw in the COVID pandemic in here too, because apparently
Wait a
that's
minute.
a national
We all
tragedy
know
that-
storming the Capitol. That was Antifa, though.
Who
Point
cares
is,
who?
national tragedy, Antifa or not, like
Yeah,
apparently
it
can't
was
do
even
that.
proven.
Who's gonna dress up as the Capitol building on fire? Like, you're really trying to make a fucking statement at that point. If that you're really going that far.
Or you're
But
really,
wait,
really trying to trigger
I thought-
people.
I thought in America it was a constitutional right to be able to storm the government if they became tyrannical.
Ha! Ha! That's funny. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is
Oh,
right.
yeah. Yeah.
So
so-
wait,
Surprising how things
how-
changed
how-
in the 90s.
How is storming the Capitol seen as a terrorist act? It should be
But it wasn't
seen
really
as an
storming.
act
It was a
of
mostly peaceful
freedom.
protest. Oh, I'm not going to get
All
into
right.
the details of it.
Yeah.
Let's
let's-
move on to the next one.
Oh, I
Oh!
Yes, the Black
Yes!
Lives Matter movement. If you
Yes!
dress up as the Black
That's
Lives Matter, like if you
funny.
have like black KKK robes with like your little fists and your red fucking flags. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Black
All of
Lives
those
Matter.
losers.
Aviera, I think everyone knows Black Lives Matter. It's just the black version of the Ku Klux Klan. We all know it.
It's racist. scum
Exactly.
garbage. That's all it
Yes,
is.
I am. You know what? I am glad this is on the list. You know what? I might be tempted to do that actually.
This is a cringe.
But what
on
does this
another-
mean, though? What does this actually mean? Like,
Yeah, let's
what,
see.
Is that what the costume looks like? Like, basically black KKK robe? I mean, kind of the same. Look at
It's
this costume! Oh my god, I
witch's
freaking
hat.
want one. Yeah, with the witch's hat. Can you imagine, like, some long, ugly green nose under the witch's hat, and you're wearing this cape?
Oh my
With, like,
God,
a torch. Tax the rich!
Okay, so there are 3 people associated with this story.
Which are?
Say, I can't pronounce half the names.
Sam Escobar, contributor. Sam's enthusiasm for makeup is only rivaled by their love of all things related to cats.
What does that have to do with this?
Marcy Robin. Marcy Robin is a former senior beauty editor for Good Housekeeping. Wow, good for you.
Okay, what does that have to do with this?
I don't know. And
Sounds
Liz,
like a nerd.
Exactly.
who's the senior editor for Good Housekeeping as well. Oh yeah, gotta keep that house good. Who also contributes to Women's Day and Prevention, covering pets, culture, lifestyle, books, and so she's a fucking SJW basically. Okay. We got
Yeah.
that.
So
Well, what does that have to do with that?
talentless and worthless.
Pointless. Stupid, if you ask me.
Yeah, talentless and worthless.
Yeah, and their opinions don't matter because it's Halloween and fuck you. At the end of the
You know
day,
what?
that's really what it is.
So
You know what?
basically-
You know what? You know what? I know I hate interrupting, but about the Black Lives Matter, you know what? I'm surprised that didn't make the list.
Oh,
What?
George Floyd.
Yeah, dressing up as
Yeah.
George Floyd. I
Yeah,
can't
but
breathe.
George Floyd is nothing special. He's just a generic criminal thug. So
I know.
Like if you dress up as George Floyd, you're basically just doing blackface, and no one's gonna know the difference. So there's really
Yeah.
no unless you have like a fake $20 bill with you and you have a gun, I don't know.
Yeah,
Or you,
and
have, a
just
lot,
say,
or you have a sack full of fentanyl. That could work.
I know.
Or,
Hey.
or unless you're being actively choked by the police.
I know, just say, I can't breathe,
Too.
mama.
Perfect. Okay, so dress up as George Floyd with like an oxygen mask attached to like a fucking tube, and like be like, I can't breathe,
funny.
bro.
I can't breathe.
But see, doing that would be, I don't know.
the three of you
I mean,
do
I
realize
wouldn't
that
do
we
it,
actually
but
hit,
if
like,
someone
3 or 4
did, I
different
think it's
topics.
fucking hilarious.
you,
Whatever.
you guys are a bunch of fucking bigots, bro.
For sure. You know what? It's
comedy.
perfect.
It's whatever. We're not. But I don't care about George Floyd. You know, whatever. Just some dude.
And anyways, we all know that a certain well, let's put it this way: we already know God's pissed off at him.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
aside from that,
That.
guys, are you actually offended by any of these Halloween costumes? Now, this is like a real question. Like for all our panelists, for all everyone listening, and later on in the comments, like, are you actually offended by certain types of costumes? And it's okay if you are. Like, there are some that are out there that are really fucked up. I'm just curious if you'd find it funny or weird or just poor taste. Should it be
What would be
banned?
an example of a really fucked up one, though?
I mean, dressing up as the Twin Towers after 9/11 was kind of fucked.
It was.
Like-
Yeah, but is that only because it happened to America or in general?
I think it was just because it was a news story that happened and people were capitalizing on it to like get some clout. I don't fucking know. It was weird.
I don't know who the hell would even do that, anyways.
It fascinates me how people seem to want to go out and draw attention to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like, who the hell would actually dress up as a Holocaust victim for fun for Halloween? That does not sound like a fun thing to do.
Now, wait a minute. Here's what I find interesting. How come they say that the Black Lives Matter, dressing up like that is offensive, but yet you notice they didn't say anything about Donald Trump, did they?
No, because he's like a former president. I mean, they dress up as him on purpose to like make fun of him. Like, they have all these Trump costumes and masks and shit to like satirize him, and it's fine when you do it to him because it's Trump and Orange Man bad, obviously.
I know. It's funny though, but I have seen people kind of pull it off though.
It'd be
All
kind oh yeah. Well,
Yep.
all right, I think we
So,
should move on to our next story because we don't have a lot of
Yes.
time left.
Yeah.
This one might be for Avira. Sorry.
No.
Eh!
Superman is
Finally,
now gay.
Now you have some representation of Vera.
Oh, fuck you. I don't need no representation. I don't need that pandering nonsense. See, that's why I'm not LGBTQ rainbow thing. Anyway, so Superman, the son of Kal-El. Anyway, DC Comics confirms that their new Superman, Jonathan, who is the son of Superman, is attracted to men. Because of course we can't have a straight white man being our superhero. Oh no, he has to have some privilege points, right?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Or oppression points, or whatever the fuck they call it these days. Anyway, in this video back in August, you skipped, yeah.
Sorry.
Van Cipher stated, so anyway, Clark Kent is going bye-bye, and they're going to replace him with Jonathan Kent. And then they're going to announce that Jonathan Kent is gay. So Superman is effectively gay.
You know what? When this
And he's happy about that. Jesus Christ.
You know what? Hey,
I'm glad it's at least a new character. It's not Clark Kent. Like they didn't
Yeah.
fuck Clark Kent over.
Yeah, but look at
So,
this
I mean-
though. Why do they make him gay? Why is he kissing a pink-haired faggot
Ugh.
though?
You
What
know
the
what?
hell?
Hey,
What's up with
hey,
this?
Hey, Avira, you should have seen it when this news story first came out. Everyone in my entire state was bitching about it. I think it maybe tells you something if all these people are bitching about it.
Dude,
Oh,
I'm
here we go.
bisexual and I would totally get fucked by Superman's son. But also, this is dumb.
Very
And I
dumb.
don't want this. No one wants this. Fuck.
Hell no.
Why?
This to me just reads wrong. I'm sorry, but I can't.
He's supposed
looks
to be
like they're gonna
saving
be-
the world from aliens and supervillains, all right? Not saving gender equality and whatever the hell. None of this.
It's just not gonna work. Clearly,
Now,
let's
I
see how
do-
bad it fails.
I do have something as a quick follow up to this that might help some people at least try to get on the, seeking proper help. At which point you really should. New study suggests work culture and pandering has had limited impact on the LGBT whatever community mental health and suicide rates.
Wow. You see, this is something that they should actually be caring about, not trying to
Yeah.
promote some agenda to force inclusivity. No, they should be looking at the actual problems that these people have of suicidal ideation. That's a very serious problem, especially like trans people as well. They have an extremely high suicide rate, and that's not talked about a lot.
And you
No,
know what?
when-
We're having the same issue in the furry fandom too, because I've lost a couple of people myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if this is their whole message, they're LGBT positive. Well, how is it positive? Is it positive in that it's actually helping to, prevent or improve the problems in the community, or is it being positive by just forcing mainstream media to adopt all these woke lefty agendas that make no fucking sense? Like canceling Halloween costumes. Like, bro, what are you doing? How is that helping anything?
I came across a video recently where and I'll have to use a term here because I really don't like doing this, but this white guy was going off to these black people saying, "I'm going to call the police and the police are going to come and shoot you." That kind of thinking is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's sick.
All
Yeah,
woke
obvious.
culture is doing, all this stuff is doing, is just making people worse. It's not helping.
Yeah, it's awakening a lot of violence and a lot of anger in people, I think.
So yeah,
Not a good decision.
if you are in the LGBT plus community and you truly believe that everything is going like in a positive way, you're really kidding yourselves. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is.
Yeah,
That's
there's
sad, man.
really no
Swear.
positive change from this.
In my state, there's a town where a gay guy was chased out purely because of the fact he was gay. And most LGBT plus members don't seem to give a shit about that. Yes, fine, it was over 10 years ago, but still, that's something serious, but they don't give a shit about it. And it kind of pisses me off.
Well, they've also greatly perversed the movement into something that's not LGBT. Hell, like they added the T to it, which doesn't really make sense when you think about sexuality, but okay. Now it's
Yeah.
all about like your race also for some reason. Like if you're a gay white man, you're like less important than a gay black man? Like, does that make any fucking sense?
You should
No?
be focusing on
Yeah,
It doesn't?
racial and sexual ranking just seems really Nazi.
It seems pretty bad, doesn't it? Yeah, that's what these people
Yeah.
love. Like,
Yeah,
I and then when I say things like "all lives matter," they call me the racist, and I'm like, dude, I'm not singling out one race as being better than others. Like, I'm saying everyone fucking matters. What do you mean? They don't
Yeah.
get it. They do not
when you
get it.
focus on things you can't change, you're only going to drag yourself down. All you can do is change the way you move forward.
They
and
don't like personal responsibility, though.
try to silently suggest others to do the same by being a role model. Whereas if you turn around and just start screaming at everyone is wrong and bad and horrible and nasty, and that these people or those people or this is wrong, that's wrong, it doesn't help move anything forward. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. It just makes things worse.
You're right.
Yeah, you know what? Things have been pretty terrible in today's society, anyways.
So I'm going to leave that one here.
Yeah, well, you might
And-
say that's a far cry from what they want to actually do. Am I right?
Shut
They're-
up!
they're
Shut
not-
up!
you know
That
what?
wasn't
Good
funny,
transition,
man.
though.
You know what? They're not trying to help our society. They're just trying to fucking ruin it. Like they've already ruined our childhood already.
Oh yeah.
Can we try to ruin something else now? Because honestly, I just love half the shit that goes on in this world.
Yeah, you know what? If you got something
Yeah.
better, you know what? If you got something better to do, ruin the Democrats.
Yeah.
Far Cry is apparently getting an anime
Oh
How's
wow.
that bad news?
on Netflix.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it depends on how they actually portray it. I mean, we could always have another, I don't know, Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s.
I mean, look, I'm not the biggest fan of anime, and I'm not the biggest fan of Far Cry, but I feel like for the people who actually play it a lot and like it, I feel like that's good. Like an anime of Far Cry sounds cool.
Yeah. I mean, if it's done well, sure. What was that anime we were talking about like last week or the week before? Like that looked fucking badass. Well, it was Star Wars anime. Yeah.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
that's cool. I like
I still
Star
would've
Wars. So
watched
hell,
that.
like people that like Far Cry, like if let's see, the game was first released in 2004 and has sold more than 60 million units. That's kind of impressive. So yeah, they could probably capitalize on an anime. It'd be kind of bonkers, but they could try.
Let's see
Yeah.
though.
So Netflix and Ubisoft Film and Television are expanding their relationships with the streamer, ordering a Far Cry adult anime series, as well as ordering the adult anime series of Captain Laserhawk, the Blood Dragon remix.
That sounds fucking epic. Who is Captain Laserhawk and what is the Blood Dragon remix? Ooh.
The
Ooh.
Blood Dragon is like the music, isn't it?
I don't know, but that sounds really
was like-
cool.
Yeah, it was like the iconic music for Far Cry. I'm pretty sure.
Having never played it, I have no idea.
I played it. I didn't like it all that much, but you know, it's a good game. I just didn't tickle my fancy.
Captain Laserhawk, a Blood Dragon remix, has been given a 6-episode order. The series itself is based on Far Cry 3 expansion Blood
Oh.
Dragon and is an
Oh, the best
original anime
one.
featuring alter ego Ubisoft characters, highly referenced homage to the 90s. It was first announced as being in development in 2019, but no network or streaming service has been attached at the time. Oh, so
Oh,
that's
this is-
expansion
good
to Far
news.
Cry.
That is
Yeah.
actually good news. In fact, you might say it's a far cry from what people do nowadays when it comes to Netflix specials. Nah, these people are just making this
Shut
shit
up.
on their own.
Shut up!
Holy
Stop making
hell.
Far Cry puns.
Hmm.
So they're doing another Resident Evil, Last of Us, Halo.
Wait a minute, they're
Cyberpunk,
trying to do a Diablo animated now?
Tomb
Seems like
Raider.
the- Tomb Raider?
Wait a minute. That was
Tomb
all.
Raider already has movies.
Yeah, you know what? Why are they gonna do another one? You know what? I prefer the
Because they
original one.
sucked.
Oh, dude, Halo.
But you know what though? You know what? Here's my thing. How the hell are they gonna do Diablo if that's already like bloody as it is?
Well, okay, look at it this way. We've been in a dry spell for the last, decade when it comes to new type of movies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it would be the first of its kind because the Diablo series goes back to like late '90s, anyways.
It would taking popular game franchises and turning them into movies so far it's been sort of okay, depending on a lot of the aspects of who made the damn movie.
Yeah,
Bro,
but
most
here's
of the movies have been garbage. What are you talking about?
but
Yeah.
here's the thing that I find interesting, Noble. If you check out the list, Blizzard Entertainment is actually working on Diablo, not World of Warcraft.
Who? What? Where?
You notice? They're not working on World of Warcraft. They're more focused on the Diablo series for some reason.
Yeah, they already made a movie of that. Recently.
I know. Yeah, wasn't that like an epic failure, I think?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, let's see how this goes,
The
though.
fuck?
You know what? I want to see how this goes. I'll probably watch it whenever it comes out. I will definitely, But at least it's going to be animated, not live action. I mean, I would kind of like to see it live action, though. It would be interesting.
Well, the thing you got to ask yourself is, do they mean live action as in actual filming, or do they mean live action as in the Lion King remake?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, you know what? Certain things with live action doesn't really work.
Man,
Animated,
how
yeah, it
dare
would
they
work.
call that movie live action? What kind of false advertising bonkers nonsense even was that? Live action. There was not a single pixel that was live action. Get out of here.
Ugh, so stupid.
The
Ugh.
thing that really pissed me off about that movie is they literally took the Disney rules of animation and threw it out the window.
Yeah,
Yeah, what
they
the
did.
fuck?
I mean, well,
they totally fucking fucked over the hyenas, bro. Those guys used to be funny.
I know because one of them
No.
was it one of them from like oh, I can't think of it, from that one comedy duo, Cheech and Chong, right? I think he played one of them.
I think it was more the
God.
Three Stooges they were copying as well.
Well,
Oh,
Whoopi
yeah.
Goldberg was in there somewhere.
But you know what though? It was funny to hear them in the cartoon version though. That was cool though.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I know
Like
because
the
it
three-
was
it was like the Three Stooges had their own personas.
yeah. I mean that was definitely popular though.
Yeah. I mean, because I didn't really care about the main cast because the main cast wasn't all that funny.
Yeah.
So what the fuck were we talking about?
I guess we've come to the end though.
Far Cry.
All
There
right,
wasn't
that's
much
all
to
the
it.
Yeah.
time we have this week, folks. Let's wrap up and go home.
Oh, no. We've still got one more thing to poke a stick at.
Yeah, all
boy.
right. Let's
Come on, it's
continue.
Friday.
All right,
yes.
here we go.
Yes. I decided to bring this one up. I mean, come on. Brown Sugar is an old song by the Rolling Stones that's just been around.
Keith Richards.
I know,
Man.
but here's the thing though. This song is an old song. How come they didn't complain about it way back then? And this song is still popular today, actually.
Well, they
Because
had the last
people had
6 years
balls
to
back
complain
then.
about it.
Well, not just that, but like, don't forget about the snowflake era that we're in right now.
Yeah, people had balls back then.
I know, but still,
Well,
come
let's
on. Why do
see.
you want?
Let's see why this is. What's the article actually get into?
And besides, Keith Richards can't do anything wrong. He's a fucking god, bro.
Yeah, but he also announced that the Rolling Stones will stop performing their hit song, though, Brown Sugar, amidst discomfort about its old classic references to slavery. Huh.
But there is nothing wrong about it because it was more like awareness. It wasn't making fun of it. I mean, you could even bring up the lyrics. I mean,
Yeah.
Aviera, you and I both know that we could rock out to that song, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, dude. I spent years ago. Hell, even nowadays, people use music to talk about sensitive political issues. Sure, that's what
Exactly.
music is,
What?
great.
Okay,
like that.
so if there's something wrong with the song Brown Sugar, then you're telling me there's something wrong with that one Michael Jackson song, They Don't Really Care About Us, then.
All right, so what we've got is the hit track was originally titled Black Something, starting with P.
Yeah, I wouldn't
But
want to
Jagger
say it, though, but...
decided before releasing it that the title was too nitty-gritty and it would be changed to Brown Sugar. The band currently on the road for 13 US state tour have not played Brown Sugar, one of the most recognizable songs since kicking off in St. Louis in September 26.
I feel like that's
Wow.
a marketing move, though.
Who is it marketing to? Their fans, because their fans would love to hear that and would go there, and
And
like
you
it.
know what? And you and I both know, Aviera, just the beginning of that song is just so distinctive, right?
Of course, everyone knows it. Hell yeah.
Yeah, just those
The-
few
the
notes.
cla- It's sad because the classics never die, but people are trying to kill them.
Yeah, now that
The
this is why I decided to bring this up, though.
The 1969 song depicts the scenes of slavery and sexual violence, including lyrics of slavery-driven whipping of a group of women and what? Of a slave-driven whipping
Slave
a group
driver
of women.
whipping a group of women has come under fire in recent years for its comments about slavery.
Okay, how come it's recent years, but yet all the way back then in 1969, when people did pay attention to a lot of this stuff, why didn't they say anything about it back then?
Which was still about 100 years after slavery was abolished anyway. Sorry, 96 years or some shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was already abolished for a fucking century. And what's wrong with talking about it? Like, he's not making fun of people. He's not being racist. He's just saying this is what happened.
1969 was peak civil rights movement. So if people weren't getting offended back then by, like, the depiction of slavery, like, there's no reason to be offended now.
Wouldn't it be more explaining what was going on in song form versus...
Yes. It's a historical document, basically. Like We Didn't Start the Fire with Billy Joel. He talks about all kinds of political and socioeconomic issues. Holy crap.
Aviera, that reminds me of another song. Don't forget about the song that literally does talk about drugs. I Want a New Drug. Huey Lewis in the News.
Yeah.
There's that song. And why did they cancel that one? That one does literally talk about drugs.
Abolish songs. These are historical pieces that should.
And if it wasn't for all these old songs, we wouldn't have today's music.
Yeah. There's a song where it's literally just some guy saying "I jizz in my pants" over and over again. Why can't that be cancelled?
Yeah, that's real, because that's real, true cultural art.
That's really toxic masculinity right there.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Aviera, here's a good one. Why can't people cancel the Baby Shark song? Cancel that shit!
What's the Baby Shark song?
Ugh!
What?
Cringe!
How do you not know that?
Because I choose not to.
Bro, it was all over the place. Back.
I think it was at one point, or maybe still is, YouTube's most viewed video of all time. I think it was
I think it is. Yeah, you know what? Cancel that shit. That is literal crap. I don't even find it to be a song.
I don't know. It's more like.
What do you mean? That shit's a timeless classic.
What's gonna happen?
It's an annoying classic.
In 50 years, it will be. People will remember in their 60s. Hey, I listened to Baby Shark when I was your age, whippersnapper. That was a classic.
You can imagine how we're all going to talk about that.
Sharks. They get all pissed off about it. Who knows?
You can imagine how that's all going to go in 50 years from now.
Who knows? Who's to say? Anyways, I'm still going to listen to that song because it's a good song and I like it. So, whatever. If their own band is
soon.
You know what? I find nothing wrong with that song Brown Sugar because I always play it all the time. I mean, I could play it right now.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, not
copyright strike.
Copyright. Yeah.
I know, yeah, that's the only downside. I know I can't play it, but you know what? Go listen to it. It's a good song. It's a classic.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay. Let's wrap this up for the day. Vera.
Yes. Do we have any final live comments from anyone?
Oh my
Someone else go
god.
first. I always go first, so someone else go first.
Oh no, I meant
Wait a
flash
minute.
comments from the audience.
Oh my god, Zephyr. Oh my god.
So
90 years old in a nursing home. Oh my god.
jamming out the baby. Sorry.
No.
Exactly.
I would not want to. No, I wouldn't even imagine that. No, get that thought out.
All right, so Superman was always gay anyway. I mean, he did have those tight pants, though. I don't know.
True.
Well, I questioned about wearing your underwear on the outside of your clothes, but you know.
Yeah.
So wait. Is he gonna change the massive fucking letter on his chest? I mean, because the S stands for straight, as we all know. So is it
Yeah.
gonna be a G now? Is it just gonna be a big gay sign?
Oh man.
All right, so let's wrap up with our panelists here. Eclipse, why don't you go first then?
Ah, for fuck's sake! All right, fine.
Yeah.
Fucking. I mean, yeah, people get offended by a lot of shit. I mean, but my question is, my thoughts are, when's it gonna stop? Like, does this continue, or do we actually have a deadline here? Because I feel like there's no deadline. We're just gonna keep fucking canceling shit until there's nothing fun left, and then life is just fucking boring and shit. And if you breathe the wrong way, you're gonna be cancelled.
Yeah, I agree. Mighty?
Oh my god. You know what? About the costumes, that's just like hilarious as hell. I'm like laughing my ass off about that. But like some of this other stuff though, it's like kind of interesting. But then of course about that song, I find nothing wrong with it. It has been out for 50 effing years. That's how old my mother's gonna be, by the way. She's gonna be 50 this year, and even she finds nothing wrong with that song. So go listen to Brown Sugar. It's a damn good song. It's a timeless classic. Don't kill the classics.
All right, right on. And Noble.
I honestly love to sit there and watch people kill themselves with stress.
You fucking sociopath.
No, but seriously, and yes, thank you very much for that. But no, seriously, focusing on half of the shit that's going on, I saw a video this morning where some woman was going around screaming about Black Lives Matter, and there's like no bastard around except for next door neighbor who was in their house and a police officer making sure they weren't trespassing. I mean, what are you trying to do?
Wow.
Who fucking knows? People are just crazy.
All right. Well,
Finally, you.
This week was pretty interesting. You know, I did like talking about the costumes, and I want to make sure that. Well, I know that this Halloween, of course, I'm gonna be my fursuit, Bad Orange Doggo, of course. So I'm sure one day there's gonna be an article
I thought
finding
supposed to
fursuits
be-
to be racist and offensive, but that's neither here nor there. I just want to thank everyone for tuning in this week, and for all of our amazing panelists being on. And until next time, Noble, if you want to run our things, our episodes are available on Podbeam, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, BitChute, and we're even looking into more things later on. So I hope you have
And we do have a
fantastic night.
Patreon. We do
Oh, we
have a
do?
Yeah.
Of
Patreon,
course we
so
do.
And
donate your
guys-
money to me.
Oh, Avier, one last thing. Are you going to be on my show tomorrow morning?
I'll have to see about that, and we'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
watch my show. It is on my channel, Mighty Red Wolf. It's going to be on at 8 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time.
All right,
I'm going to
everyone.
make a cafe called the Brick Wall. Anyway, toodles.
This is us
Bye.
signing off.
See you,
Bye.
boys.
Eh.